It's not going to be a three-dog night. It's going to be a many-dog night here at Safeco Field. Bark in the Park night. All the pooches are here to watch some baseball, and they have come equipped. Look at these folks. I've seen them with GoPros. There's a bulldog there. A lot of happy folks and happy dogs here as the Mariners get ready to take on the Oakland Athletics in game number 2 of a 3-game series as we welcome you to Seattle at Safeco Field. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Got a nice cloudy night, but comfortable here as we take a look at the batting order that Nathan Carnes will face from the Oakland Athletics.
4-manager Bob Melvin. Coco Crisp going to lead off. Last night's game, he was on 4 times at a stolen base and a run scored. Stephen Vogt, a solo home run in the 7th inning last night, his 4th home run on the year. And Chris Davis hitting 5th. Want to be careful with him his last outing against Nathan Carnes. 3 for 5 with a couple of home runs. So Nathan will have to be aware of that. For Nathan Carnes on the year, having a good year, looking for his 5th win on the year. 4-1 record, a 3.33 ERA, 48 strikeouts and 46 innings pitched. Opponents hitting .237 against Nathan. Take a look at the defensive setup for the Mariners, brought to you by American Family Insurance. Leonis Martin taking away another hit in last night's ballgame. He's in center field. Seth Smith gets the start out in right field. Sean O'Malley, his 2nd start at shortstop, and Adam Lind is your first baseman.
We are ready for action. Here's Nathan Carnes' first pitch. Coco Crisp in there for a called strike 1. Dan Iasonia, home plate umpire. Dale Scott at first, Bob Davidson at 2nd, and Lance Barrett at 3rd. Quick 0-2 to Coco Crisp, comes in with a 7-game hit streak. Nathan Carnes, Mike, you think he can maybe get into the 7th? He's back at full strength.
Yeah, I think that he can. Again, part of the situation with Nathan this year is he'll have the 1 inning where he'll get into some trouble and he'll have to throw a lot of pitches. Typically, you're going to see some foul balls, especially his last few outings when he's had a plus fastball at 95 miles an hour. That fastball missing at 94. You're going to see his curveball a lot. On the year, he's thrown his curveball 38% of the time. Occasional changeup.
1-2 to Coco Crisp. Of the curveballs you've seen from right-handers thus far as we play game number 45 for the Mariners, where do you rate his curveball?
I think when he's throwing his good one, which he has had over his last 2 or 3 outings, it has to be one of the best in the business right now. When you consider that his fastball velocity has jumped up, the last one at 95, and then you have to deal with that curveball right there, it's going to be difficult, especially when he gets it down in the zone. He can get a lot of ground ball outs with his curveball. That lazy fly ball is handled by Aoki.
1 down here in the first. Tale of 2 cities, you bet you. Neither team can hold serve at home to this point. How about that? Just baseball, right?
I think that's basically what it is. But I will say this, when you're playing an opponent 19 times, it's going to work itself out to which one is the better team over the course of 19 games. Just been a strange start to the season for these guys. Nathan faced them on April 9th. He went 5 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned runs in his first outing of the year. He did have 6 strikeouts.
Mariners dominated last year 13-6 against the Athletics. His breaking ball to Billy Burns. Strike 1, Billy on a 4-game hitting streak. Burns, he goes 1 for 4 last night. And at 3rd is Seager. Well, tip of the cap to Rich Hill last night. What a game he threw. 8 innings, 8 hits, shutout ball, no walks, 6 Ks. Curveballs came from every angle. And Stephen Vogt, the catcher, said that certainly his best performance and said it was his best fastball command last night. He's now here at Safeco Field, a 4-0 record, an 0.39 ERA.
Well, and that's saying something. Again, he's won 7 games this year and his ERA at a 2.18. So it's not just against the Mariners that he's dealt. It's been against pretty much everybody. He threw a lot of curveballs, over 50 curveballs in the game last night.
And safely safe from 3 different slots?
Yes.
Right center field, hanging up, and it drops. No triangle shot there by Burns. A's have the first hit.
We'll take a look at it. I think this is on the curve ball, slow breaking ball. Ends up jamming him a little bit.
That brings up Stephen Vogt, the catcher. We had a scoreless game. Taijuan Walker, tip of the cap to him too. 7 1/3, 4 hits, 5 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, 6 Ks.
That's the key, the 1 earned run.
You betcha.
Yeah.
Dominant fastball and used it quite often. He did fall behind in the 7th to vote a 3-1 count. And Stephen took him out of the ballpark for his 4th home run and gave Oakland a 1-0 lead. Then 4 runs in the 8th inning as they sent 10 men to the plate.
All of them unearned.
Yes, indeed. 4 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, and they left the bases loaded.
Well, Nathan is going to have to keep an eye on Billy Burns at first. He leads the club with 12 stolen bases. He's already thrown over there a couple of times.
Pitch to Stephen Vogt. In there for strike.
A closer look at Nathan Carnes and what he brings to the table. He has a fastball right around 93 miles an hour on the average. Opponents hitting 261. His curveball, his best pitch, will be around 81, but opponents hitting just 177 against his curveball. An occasional changeup at 86 miles an hour.
He definitely wants to keep an eye on Burns, second only to Jose Altuve in stolen bases in the American League. High pop hanging up. Martin coming in. 2 outs. Gonna bring up third baseman Danny Valencia.
Martin was busy in last night's ball game. Really made a nice catch. Ball hit over his head towards dead center field, and he was able to turn run. The ball was actually slicing on him a little bit, but made an adjustment to catch it right up against the fence.
6 putouts last night. Leonis Martin. Valencia 1 for 5. He had a big 2-run double. 8th inning, first pitch from Joel Peralta.
Dave, you and I both have talked a lot about Martin and his defense in center field. He can cover a lot of ground. Typically, if it stays in the ballpark, he'll catch it. The strong throwing arm. But one of the things he does, I think, as well as anybody, is he can turn, take his eye off the ball, and run to a spot. And he's typically perfect every time with it.
Remember when Goody was at the top of his game 4 or 5 years ago? Very similar. He didn't miss anything. It is the Hall of Famer used to call him death to flying things. Franklin Gutierrez doing this couple of years when he was at the peak of his powers, but very similar. And direct routes. Peeled down to Dale Scott. He did not go. Good action out in the pen as per usual. One of the hottest spots in all of baseball, the pen here at Safeco Field. First base umpire Dale Scott makes his home in Portland and balk, and Bob Davidson has detected one. Counts 2-0. Let's take a look. Scott Service didn't like that call, but let's see what we got here.
I didn't see much there. They called it right away.
Sure did. 2-0, runner at second.
When you come set, you have to come to a complete stop, and the only thing that I can think of, and it's typically what they will call on right-handers, is that he didn't stop.
There was a foot wiggle there. Did he call that one? Was that it?
I don't think so, because he does that all the time.
The right foot, the back foot.
Yeah, I think he was okay.
Got a 3-0 count here to Valencia.
But you said it, balking Bob Davidson, so he's known for calling them.
The umpires of his generation, I don't have the stats in front of me, but my mind's eye tells me that he's got to be at the top of the list.
Agreed.
Bob working second base tonight. 3-1. Burns a fast runner at second base, 2 outs. Carnes behind 3-1 here to Valencia. The power hitting Chris Davis on deck. Goes with the breaking ball for strike 2.
It's a good curveball. He didn't want to give in to him. The A's overall as a team hitting .250 with runners in scoring position. Valencia much better than that. .321 average for Valencia with runners in scoring position. So in a 3-1 count, first base is open. Nathan didn't want to give in to him.
They give Valencia the right side of the infield. Cano on the left side of second base. Big pitch, 3-2. Here it comes and bounced down to Seager. Plays the hop. Easy flip. And Nathan Carnes out of a little bit of first inning trouble. Good to have you with us, everybody. When we come back, Martin Smith and Cano on Bark at the Park night here at Safeco Field. Who's a good doggy? Who's a good doggy? Bark at the Park night here at Safeco Field. Look at that. He's doing everything but keep score. Take a look at the Mariner lineup for tonight.
Leonis Martin, another 2 hits for him last night. He has been hot. Nelson Cruz against Oakland this year, hitting .429. He also has 2 for 4 in last night's ball game. And Sean O'Malley getting his second start at shortstop in his last outing. He was 2 for 4.
Martin shows bunt, takes ball 1 from Kendall Graveman.
For Graveman, high ERA, 5.48, 1-6 record. He's given up 10 home runs this year.
Popped up, it will get out of play. Martin, super hot. He's reached base 17 of it, but his last 18 games, 7-game hitting streak, 13 for 24. 6-game leading off. He was sub 210 in that batting average. And see where he is today, 259. In at third, Valencia. 1-2. Mariner seeing Graveman for the first time here at Safeco Field. Time called. Graveman had previously pitched against the Mariners when he was with Toronto in 14. And lost at Oakland on May 2nd. Ball 2 strikes. Did he go? They check. He did. Lance Barrett. Third base umpire.
And this is on the cutter, trying to throw it underneath his hands, able to get it there. And Leonis thought that pitch was off the plate, wasn't able to hold up on his swing. Take a look at the A's defensive setup, brought to you by American Family Insurance. Coco Crisp out in left field. Not much of an arm. They'll try to run on him. Billy Burns can cover a lot of ground in center field. Danny Valencia, 4 errors in 28 games this year. And Marcus Semien has really improved. Over 30 errors last year, only 3. on the year.
Seth Smith stands in, looking to break an 0 for 5. Today was education day for the Mariners. Several platoons went out to various schools. We were at the Van Asselt Elementary School on Beacon Hill. Seth Smith, Chris Iannetta, Nori Aoki, Scott Service, Sashi Iwakuma, Taiwan Walker, and Wade Miley. Seth was very good talking to the youngsters. Elementary school. There's a line drive, left field, base hit. And the count 2-0. Smitty's aboard, breaks the 0 for 5.
And this is on the fastball at 93 miles an hour.
Thank Chanda Otis, the principal at Asselt Elementary School, for their hospitality earlier this afternoon. Brings up Robbie Cano. He's reached base in 22 consecutive ball games. Got good numbers against Graveman, 4 for 6. Line drive, slicing away from Burns, can't get it. Smitty to second. Ball up against the fence. Smitty to third, being waved around. He's going to score. Robinson Cano, RBI double. 1-0 Mariners. Cano with his 40th run batted in leads the major leagues.
Robbie ends up hitting a pretty good pitch. It's a changeup moving away from him. You can see just off the outside corner and down, but he stays with it. 85 miles an hour.
Nice to see that. And Robbie now 5 out of 7 against Graveman. Mariners on the board here. Brings up Nelson Cruz. Strike 1 to Nelly. 2 good numbers against Graveman, 4 for 7.
And that was on the cut fastball. Nelson Cruz thinking it was probably off the plate.
One 1 to count. Went into the Mariner dugout.
That was a cutter. You're going to see the cutter a lot. It's his best pitch. You can see hitting just 155, slugging 224, but on his fastball a 400 average, slugging over 800. Robinson Cano hit the changeup at 85 miles an hour. Opponent's average 286 and slugging 476.
Now he's got to do some 2-strike hitting. Cano at second, 1 out. Struck him out. Nelly, 43rd time he's gone down on strikes. Ties Martin for the team lead. Two outs, run in, runner at second. Here's Kyle Seager. 5 for his last 18, a 4-game hitting streak. Second baseman in short right field for Kyle as he backs off. 1-1. Bob Melvin, a couple of Manager of the Year awards under his belt. In the National League, 1 in the American League.
Yeah, he's expecting Kyle to pull the ball. On the infield, they have the shift on. And you can see Billy Burns shading towards right center. And they expect him to pull it on the ground and in the air.
He hit one right over Cano's head and hard. He'd do a lot of running. 2-0. In there for a strike. Top of the 8th down in Arlington. Texas leads 3-0 over the Angels. Nomar Mazara 2 for 2's knocked in 2 runs. 2-1 here to Kyle. They'll go to school here 3-1. Baltimore and Houston tied 2-2 top 8. Luis Valbuena's knocked in 2 for Houston. Boston beat Colorado 8-3. Jackie Bradley hitting streak lives 2 for 4. Scored a run.
Adam Lynn waiting on deck.
3-1 here to Kyle. And he takes ball 4. Couple of men aboard. Adam Lind will be the 6th man to the plate here in the first inning. I believe Mr. Lind was Mr. Riz's pick to click on the radio side. Rick was telling me at dinner, hit it here cafe window.
He can certainly do that. Didn't get a cutter middle in.
Last home run down in Baltimore, an opposite field shot down into the 2nd row, the lower stands. 3 homers, 12 runs batted in for Adam. He is known for his explosive power, particularly to the pull side. 1-0 pitch. And I saw this is outside. Favorable count at 2-0.
Next pitch will be 20. 20 in the inning for Graveman.
Chicago Cubs had lost 3 consecutive games for the first time. Boy, did they make up for it tonight. 12-3 they win at St. Louis. Jason Hamill 6-1. 2-0. Hit it hard right to the first baseman Alonso. Tough break. Mariners get a run on 2 hits. No errors. Leave a man and have an early lead. 1-0. On a Robinson Cano first inning double, and join us for fireworks night presented by Root Sports and Moving 92.5 this Friday at 7:10. Soundtrack for this Pyrotechnics will consist of one-of-a-kind Mariners music mix featuring some of the most memorable songs ever heard at the Kingdome at Safeco Field. Go get your tickets. Mariners.com. Chris Davis leads things off here for the Oakland Athletics. Chris Davis tied for 3rd in the American League in home runs with 12 with Manny Machado and Robinson Cano. Carnes will be careful with him. Chris Davis is 3 for 5 against Carnes with 2 home runs. Carnes behind 2-0. Davis had a monster night about a week and change ago. He had 3 home runs, including a game-winning grand slam against Texas. Best night, you bet, best night he's ever had in baseball. 2-1.
Against Nathan Carnes, the 2 home runs, off-speed pitches, one the curveball, the other the changeup.
Tilt the infield left side for Davis. I was talking to Chris today. Not the tallest guy, he's about 5'9", but his lower half, he is just power packed. Lower half of his body. It's not exactly twiggy at the top, but he can generate some power. Big hack there, goes down swinging. 1 out, first K for Nathan Carnes.
Well, looks like the changeup again. And it is. Good movement on his changeup. Gets him to swing right over the top of it. Which actually ends up off the inside corner at 88 miles an hour.
You've seen Davis handle that fastball in that neighborhood. That was a good pitch. Changing the speeds. Jandro Alonso, first baseman. Cano has to come in. Throws him out. Quick 2 outs.
Alonso hitting right into the shift.
Coming up tomorrow, CenturyLink brings it to you. Zach Neal just called up from AAA Nashville. Second stint with the A's, 5-1 down in Nashville. Sashi Iwakuma coming off his second win of the season against Oakland. 6-5 career record, a 3.82 ERA. Marcus Semien in tight, ball 1. Went 0 for 4, runs scored last night, struck out twice. Can't say enough about the hard work this kid puts in before every game. All the errors he committed last year, and a lot more reliable for the A's at shortstop.
Well, over 30 errors last year, only 3 so far this year. And I agree with you. Give him a lot of credit. We see him all the time early in the stadium getting the work in, but I think you have to give Ron Washington a lot of credit too. Ron Washington was basically brought back with the A's to work with Semien and try to help him and straighten him out, and it's obviously happened.
Wash said the kid never wants to take a day off. He's wanting to give him a blow every now and then. No. We're going to do our deal every day. 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the second inning, a 1-0 Mariner lead. Trying to win their first game against the Athletics here in this building. Oakland 4-0 here. The Mariners 3-0 at Oakland. Good looking pitch by Carnes.
The Mariners like to win series, and to do that, a little pressure on them now. They need to win this game tonight after losing last night. Nathan so far has been able to use all of his pitches. He's had a good fastball. He's topped out at 95 miles an hour, throwing a couple of good curveballs. Nice change up to Davis to strike him out.
2-2 pitch. Count run full. Chris Coughlin on deck. The 3-2 pitch missed. First walk. That's going to bring up Chris Coughlin, who's 0 for his last 17, playing at second base tonight.
Hitting just 152 on the year, but he has 5 home runs, so you want to be careful with him.
Good Matt O'Malley on the right side of the infield, joining Cano.
curveball right at the bottom of the strike zone.
Didn't get it. Two 2-0 here. Carnes against Coughlin, 2 out, 1 on. Playing balls. Ron Washington coaching at third. Mike Aldretti at first for the Athletics. Up the middle, O'Malley take it to the bag, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the second. Iannetta, O'Malley, and Aoki when we get back. Right here at Safeco Field, 1-0 Mariners over the Athletics, and the Mariners and Safeco Insurance invite you to do more with a Grand Slam family package at select games this season. Ticket, a hot dog, and a Pepsi. They're available at a special package value price. Your next opportunity to save is tomorrow. 7:10 start time against the A's, so get your tickets at mariners.com. Chris Iannetta, a line drive to start things off here in the second. Base hit. Iannetta breaks an 0 for 11. Gets the Mariners off going here in the second inning.
Being aggressive on the fastball. 91 miles an hour on the inside corner. Short swing. Just out of the reach of Simeon.
Going to bring up Sean O'Malley in his 7th game, his 3rd start, and his 2nd start at shortstop.
Valencia in on the grass at 3rd, expecting the bunt.
Goes back to what we were talking about the other day. The early full square setup for the bunt, and he comes inside. That's tough.
It was a cut fastball just on the inside corner, and typically when you square around like that, you're leaning out over the plate. So Sean 3 for 10 since being recalled.
1-1.
Couple of ways to do it. We just saw him square around. Now it looks like it's going to sacrifice. You can also pivot. Organizations, some of them will teach it one way or the other, or some will let you do it either way. Just whatever is comfortable to you. And I think with the pivot, it's a little more comfortable on that pitch inside, Dave, because you have a chance to at least spin out of it. But when you're squared around, there's nowhere to go.
Oh my goodness. We've seen Aoki get out of the way a couple of times, and to this day I don't know how he did it. Remember what parallel
Quickness, he's quick. Aoki waiting on deck.
Remember one time he squared around and he looked like he lifted his legs up, he went parallel to the ground. That was amazing.
It was amazing. Yeah, that's a bad feeling.
Yeah. Hey honeys, my insurance paid up.
Well, and it's one of those things we're thinking about.
It's going to get foul.
We were in Cincinnati and the pitchers were hitting. And it's one thing for Aoki, who sees pitching every day, to react like that. If that happens to a pitcher, he would have no chance to get out of the way.
Give yourself an escape route.
Always a good plan.
2-2.
Sometimes that ball will just keep chasing you, though.
Right, and that's best wishes to Ryan Vogelsong, who got hit in the face the other day. Yesterday, it was an early game yesterday. He got around the left cheekbone. Yeah. Wish he could have escaped that. Man, that's tough to look at. Pitcher for the Pirates, second stint with them. 2-2. Strike 3 called. Third strikeout. With Graveman 1 away here in the second. Buckle up, and you're twice as likely to survive a crash. Please click it or take it. Let's reach our target zero goal together. 0 traffic deaths in your family, 0 traffic deaths in our state. There's Mr. Aoki. Stand in as the boys imbibe out in the pen. That's a fair ball. Look at this play. Simeon. That is really well done. You got to give it to him. That's a fine play by Alonso Simeon, and then back to Alonso. Tough break for the Mariners, but this is really well done. To the third inning we go. Mr. Buhner will make an appearance. Hold the fort for second.
Yeah, it looked as if Aoki beat it out. Tim Bogar on the phone to check it out. And he wants him to take a look at it. Scott Servais asking him to take a look at it.
Thank you.
There's Nori up the line.
I think he gets his foot down first.
Oh, he ain't beat it. There it is. The ball bounced a little bit. Simeon makes a great play on a bad throw. They got the lead runner. Should not take long. Yeah, he's in there. Dale Scott and Dan Iasonia on the horn to New York City. There we go. And he's safe. All right. Inning continues.
Could be a big play with Martin walking to the plate and the power that he has shown lately.
Took a minute 25. Call overturned. Fielder's choice. Iannetta retired 3-6. Now Martin struck out on a 1-2 pitch. Mariners lead on a Robbie Cano slicing RBI double to left center. Scored Seth Smith, who had singled right before him. Strike 1 to Martin. Mariners had a lot of success, 2 out RBIs. First quarter of this season. The 0-1. Martin's really been an offensive generator for the Mariners, trying to reach base now. The 18th time in his last 19 ball games. A slightly heavier bat, Nelson Cruz model. Here's the 0-2.
And that was the pitch that struck him out in the first inning. Cut fastball under his hands. Was able to lay off of it that time.
Mariners have a run on 3 hits. No runs, 1 hit for the Athletics. Time call. A's team 13 men on the disabled list, including their struggling ace Sonny Gray. 1-2, runner breaks, pitch out there, waiting for it, throw down to second, got him. The posse was waiting for Aoki. Nothing across for the Mariners in the second. Mr. Buhner joins us when we return. Time here at Safeco Field. Good to have you with us. Time now for a Geico. This date in MLB history. Mr. Blowers ties a Mariners team record. 8 ribbies in a single game. 4 for 5, 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run. Jay Buhner 2 for 2, single, double. And Mike tied Alvin Davis later.
2 for 2.
Maybe I carried the mail for you a few times there, bud. What do you think? 2 for 2. Yeah, I was a table setter.
Jay Buhner here with us.
Bunted for a hit a couple of times.
Good to see you, pal.
Was that couple grannies that game? Is that what you did?
No.
I know you hit one, didn't you?
No. I had a home run in the game, but I think it was a bases clearing double off of Pena, I believe, with the Red Sox.
Oh, yeah.
That's what started my day.
That's a good day.
That's a good week. That's a good month for some of these guys.
You know what's funny about that is Lou Piniella after the game, somebody had talked to him after the game and asked him about it, and that's exactly what he said. He said that's a good month for some guys. But you know what is even funnier?
Son. Hey, son.
We have the bases loaded, and Alejandro Pena is on the mound, and there's timeout for whatever reason. And Lou comes walking out of the dugout as I'm waiting to hit. And he looks at me, and I was struggling against right-handed pitching that year. It was early in the season, obviously. We're here we are in May. And he asked me, he said, "Are you ever going to get a hit off a right-hander again?" And I said, "Sure, Lou, I'm going to do it right now." He goes, "I'll give you a steak dinner if you do." And I hit it off the fence in left center field.
Well, he had a few extra steak dinners from the bets that he won from Junior, so that's why he threw it out there.
It was a big sigh of relief for me as I was standing at second base, I could tell you.
But see, that people don't understand that he would do stuff because Lou, I mean, his resume, not only was he a player, a great player, but he was a GM. He did everything for the Yankees. And so he would do that a lot. He would come out during a little break and was just so good at being able to break the ice. You know, I mean, and
that's a good talent.
And take away the tension, and that right there, I mean, that just kind of, you get a little chuckle and you go to the plate, and the rest is history. But he was the best at that.
Yeah, but what's great about it is he actually walks. That was in the Kingdom, and he walks out onto the field where I'm standing at the on-deck circle, and by the time he turns around, we're both laughing.
And he's so animated. You can see it. You know, he's throwing the chest out, arching the back, hands out. Hey, son! I mean, and everyone's dying.
Yeah.
He was a character. There's no doubt about it. That's why we were so good. He was such a great manager. We loved to play for him, and guys would run through a wall for him.
1-2. Carnes pitching to Jake Smolinski, leading off the third here.
Got in there again.
Playable for Adam Lind.
He's getting that super sinker in there a little bit, isn't he?
You good, Jay? Everything going well for you? I heard you were man about town this morning.
Life's good.
Tell us about your man about town with the salmon this morning.
No, that was a couple of days ago.
A couple of days ago.
Alaska Airlines. Yeah, I had to be a judge, and 3 of the best chefs, and basically, in my opinion, in the country, and Ethan Stoll and Tom Douglas and Chef John Howie, and they all 3 of them had made a salmon their own certain way, and I had to be a judge, and I had to try.
Tough work.
I had to choke it down. It was terrible. It was a terrible way to start in the morning. At 6 in the morning. I mean, 3 of the best meals ever. Ethan ended up winning back-to-back years, twice in a row now, but it's pretty fun.
Chase it down with something good.
Yeah, a little something.
There we go.
Yeah, a little blush. Water.
Yeah.
It's kind of rough at 6 a.m.
Hey, do what you got to do, though. Coco Crisp, 0-1. Now, this is Bark in the Park Day. You're a dog owner, right?
Yes, I am. I have a yellow lab, and I have a mini Australian Shepherd. It's a Frisbee fetching machine and catching machine. So she's my go everywhere. She's attached at the hip everywhere I go. She's with me.
Coco Crisp is 0-1, flied out to left field.
You guys got dogs?
Yeah. Border Collie, German Shepherd.
Gotta have a dog.
1-2. Slap the other way.
Guy's been playing some good baseball.
I like it a lot.
Playing
really good on the road.
Yeah.
And it's going to turn around at home. I know everybody. It seems to be the buzz every time they come back and they lose the first one. It's like, oh gosh. But they're fun to watch because they're winning in all different types of ways. And I mean, they're figuring out ways to win ball games instead of lose ball games, which is pretty awesome. Good pitching, good defense, and power. The power all through the lineup. I mean, look at your leadoff hitter. He's got eight bombs on the season. So one more, and it's career high for him. So that's pretty awesome.
We were talking about it. He made a catch last night in center field. That
made it look easy.
Made it look easy, but it's not, right? I mean, it's a line drive right at him, and then the ball starts to slice as he turns and runs, and still able to make the adjustment. He has been really good for this club.
He's got that little extra gear that he can kick it into too, and a lot of people don't have that. And now that he's getting hot, he's swinging a hot stick too. It's good to see. It's the kind of kid you pull for that had his struggles over in Texas, and it was a huge pickup for us to get him in here because he's doing a heck of a job in center field.
Coco drives one right field, trouble, and it is gone. Coco Crisp. Hitting streak now at 8 games. 4th home run, 15th RBI, ties it at 1-1.
He's a pest, isn't he?
Got it on a 2-2 pitch.
And it's a curveball. Nathan has a really good curveball. He's going to throw it a lot, but if you don't get the curveball down in the zone, it can go a long way, and that's what happens. Just kind of spinning at the top of the zone. Not a lot of bite to it.
Hang it and bang it, huh? Unfortunately.
50th home run for the A's ball club. Nice catch out there. Caught his glove. Told he threw it back in to the field. There's Billy Burns.
Yeah, once he pulled the different out of his pocket.
Yeah, we've seen that happen.
He threw a vinyl ball back in.
Right. Strike to Burns, 0-2. Billy base hit to right center field, first time up.
That's what I like about Carnes, though. He just gets right back up on his saddle and attacks the strike zone right there. Right back to 0-2 count. Gotta have a short memory.
Here's the 0-2. Dan Iasonis said ball in by a heck of a lot. 1-2. Fouled that back in 93.
Pretty good when your fifth starter is 4-1 with a 3.3.
How about that?
And he has the kind of stuff that Nathan does. Already topped out at 95.
Has hit 96, 97 a few times.
A couple of outings ago.
Big swing there, gets Burns. He's a strikeout victim, the second of the night. There's 2 outs here in the third. Salute the Kids Night. Set for this Saturday at 7:10. The Mariners and Boeing celebrating our youngest fans by giving away free Robinson Cano t-shirts to all kids 14 and under. So get your tickets for the entire family right now at mariners.com.
That was a much better curveball to Burns.
Yes. Made him look a little silly, didn't it?
Stephen Vogt fly to center first time.
I think he was going to make sure he buried that.
Exactly,
for sure.
which he did. Every now and then you have to make a mistake and learn a lesson, right?
There's been many times they get away with it too.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes you got to tip your hat.
There's a good changeup.
1-1 to Vogt. Nathan's worked up a good lather here tonight. 1-1 pitch. Strike 2.
Couple paints right there. That's one reason why I think he's been very successful. Obviously, is he stayed away from the middle part of the plate.
Vogt makes his home in Tumwater. He's got a 1-2 pitch. Popped it up. Here's O'Malley under it. Coco Chris with his 4th home run ties the score at 1-1. When we return, the Mariners will bring up the top of the order. Seattle Mariners baseball here in Root Sports, being brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. By BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. And by Honda. Start something special with a great deal on a Honda. Try to slap his way on. Leonys Martin, strike one. Martin struck out his first time up. He was at the dish in the second inning when Orioles was caught stealing for the third out.
Good to see him getting hot, huh? I don't blame you. You turn your back, you never know. He lets that thing go.
Breaking ball for strike. He called time. He didn't get completely out of the box. Oh, 2 from Graveman.
Graveman trying to get in there with 2 strikes. Kind of falling in a little bit of a pattern.
At that time it was his 4-seam fastball. Typically he'll throw that cutter in there at about 88.
See if he can get a gamer or 2 from some of these guys. Take their bat.
Ball and 2 strikes. Stephen Vogt blocking that ball. Looked like he took a little bit of a hit. Very pleasant, cloudy evening here at Safeco Field. 63 degrees in Seattle right now. 1-2 pitch. Working inside, missed again. 2-2. Graveman, 25 years old, born and still lives in Alexander City, Alabama. Came over from Toronto in the Brett Laurie deal for Josh Donaldson. November of 2014. That pitch outside, counts run full. Speaking of Donaldson and company, they lost at the Yankees 6-0 tonight. Seth Smith on deck.
Yankees, how about that? They're starting to catch fire. As beat up as they are, they're getting a few of their bullpen guys back intact now, and slowly but surely they're going to be 500. You're going to look again.
And with the win today, they're 500.
And then All-Star break, you're like, wow, where'd they come from? Every year they do that.
Alex down at Double-A Trenton went 3 for 5 tonight, working his way back from the DL. 3-2 pitch to Martin. He's aboard.
That's a great AB.
8 pitches, works the walk.
Absolutely. You know he's seeing the ball good and feeling good up there when you do that. Go from 0-2 and get a walk, especially on a tough pitcher's pitch right there.
Seth Smith, base hit to left, scored on the Cano double in the first. Mariners had the 1-0 lead till Coco Crisp and a 1-out homer in the third.
There's another guy that likes to work the count.
Didn't see him hit a line drive the other way, Seth.
Squirted up, didn't he?
He did, and he's really been swinging the bat well. And over the last couple of weeks, he's just kind of in that mode of trying to hang in there. A little bit out of sorts, so that's a good sign. I think it's amazing that, and you have to really like it about it. I'm sure that Scott Service does this, even when maybe he's not getting his hits, doesn't feel quite as good. He still gives you a good AB. He's up there battling. Make the pitcher work hard.
Get that pitch count up.
Yeah.
He's another guy that's due to walk into one here at some point. I think that first AB got him locked in too.
Martin leads the club in base stealing, 7 out of 10. I didn't have something there, Mr. Buhner, about Mr. Smith and home runs. It's been since 30th of April.
And that's the way they've been. Somebody ends up stepping up at some point. That's what I love so much about this lineup. It's pretty nice, a lot of depth. It's got a nice bench. Scott does to kind of go to.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Cano, Cruz, Seager, Lynn to follow. See what Bob Melvin wants to do here with this 2-2 pitch.
Let's go, Smith!
3-2.
There you go.
Back-to-back full counts. Cano's waiting.
I like it. Put some pressure on Graveman.
What a good piece of hitting that was by Cano in the first inning to drive in the run. Change up down off the plate and lines it into the gap in left center.
You got a nice little hop underneath the wall. Make sure Seth could carry the mail. Gotta like that too.
That made the call for Maniacto a little bit easier too, to
Yes,
send him.
it does. As soon as that ball disappears out there, heck yeah.
3-2 pitch. Runner goes back up the kick save.
Oh, and a base knock. That is an attitude
Smith's
adjustment.
aboard. How about that? Base hit.
That's an attitude adjuster right there. Thank you. Nice job by Martin not getting too far off at second base, making too big a turn and getting back picked right there too.
There's Graveman.
See where it hits him.
Playing hockey goalie.
Right in the ankle. You can see Simeon right there. That probably would have been a double play ball, but instead you have first and second and nobody out. There's Simeon, the shortstop.
Yeah, that's definitely.
That's a double play ball.
He doesn't even have to go anywhere. He steps right on the bag.
The only way to stay out of that double play is if Martin just beats it. He was on the run, so. But a good break for the Mariners. It's like Graveman's going to be okay.
Now to take advantage of it with Robinson Cano coming up, an RBI double in the first inning. He's now reached base in 23 consecutive games.
That's pretty good, huh?
Yes, indeed. 40th RBI, leads the major leagues. And it was his 13th double.
You got JBJ, Jackie Bradley Jr. over in Boston. How about that? Is he up to 28?
28.
Yep.
Extended it today.
And David Price.
That's impressive.
David Price wins. He's 7-1. He's getting ridiculous run support. He's got a 5.34 ERA, but he's got the #1 offense in the American League.
We had Andy Bittis over here at won like 7 of us, 7 or 8, and had like a 6. Got a vulture a few sometimes.
That's right.
King Felix is wishing for a little bit of that run support, isn't he?
Oh man, Mike and I were talking about that several times so far this season. He's got what, 147, 48 wins. He should, you know, with a break, some offense, he's got 170, 175 wins easy, if not more. Chris Sale loses for the first time tonight.
A lot of ice on his back, hasn't there been? He's been carrying it for a while, for a lot of years.
Tell you what, Cleveland's playing some good baseball right now.
I like Cleveland.
Pitch to Robbie.
They got some pitching over there. Some young talent.
Next homestand, we're going to see Cleveland for 4 consecutive nights, Monday through Thursday, June 6th through the 9th.
That'll be fun.
2-1 count here to Cano. 1-1 game, 2-minute overtime's called. Two-one pitch. 3-1 count. Here, run support leaders in the American League. Boston, you bet, 2 of their best at the top. Mike Fiers, Nathan Carnes, right there, and Josh Tomlin from the Tribe. Cano looking to do some damage. 3-1 pitch. Bouncing ball. This will be 2. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express consent of the Seattle Mariners. Over to third goes Martin. Two outs. Nelson Cruz, the hitter, struck out in an 0-2 pitch, first time up. Line drive, left field. That'll pick up a run. Martin scores easily as Cruz will hold with a single. The Mariners have a 2-1 lead. Brunelli, his 30th run batted in. He didn't waste any time on that at bat.
Another Mariners here taking advantage of that first pitch fastball and turning it around. I like it.
The inner half of the plate right at the knees, and he just drops the barrel on it.
RBIs produced tonight by the Mariners, 3 and 4 whole hitters. Cruz was 304 runners in scoring position before that base hit, so he's improved on that number. Here's Seager.
No, I don't think he's really not even hot and locked in yet. He's still he's got 9 and 30 and hitting 280, so that's not bad for a ho hum trying to get hot. You know,
yeah.
I mean, really.
Well, he hasn't gotten into that streak where he's hitting home runs in 5 and 7 and that kind of thing.
And you know it's going to happen.
Oh yeah.
Coco Crisp is there. That'll do it for the Mariners. They pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and leave them in. Have a 2-1 lead. Seattle Mariners baseball here on Root Sports is brought to you by CHI Franciscan Health, the Mariners' official partners in health. Learn to stay Northwest healthy at nwhealthy.org. And by Steel. To find your local Steel dealer, visit steeldealer.com. Green Lake, some happenings there. A lot of fun getting out. Sailing. Selfie with the pooch. Social media will be overrun with that from Seattle here tonight. 856 tickets for dogs in tonight's ball game up in the Lookout Landing area.
I'll tell you, my little girl, there's no way as wound up as she is. She would sit there for 1 second. No way.
Cards with a 2-1 lead now. And a strike to Valencia evens the count at 1-1. Danny bounced out to Seager in his first at bat.
Did a nice job at third base for that.
Ball and 2 strikes. Valencia to be followed by Chris Davis and Yonder Alonso. So 4, 5, and 6 here in the 4th inning. Coco Crisp with the A's on the board with his 4th home run. That was last inning. Cano in the 1st, Cruz in the 3rd. RBIs for the Mariners. 1-2. Looking bat ground ball. Cano.
There goes a gamer.
Throws over the wind, and there's one down. Brings up Chris Davis. Chris, the home run and RBI leader for this athletic ball club.
12 bombs. Wow. One thing's for sure, he doesn't get cheated.
I was going to say nothing.
I've noticed that. I don't even care if he's got 2 strikes. There ain't taking a little off.
Not much cheap. This one scorch right field. Going back. Smitty can't get it. Drops it, trying to get it off the wall. Davis stumbled, decides to hold at second. And Chris Davis with his 4th double of the season.
Wow, that pitch was leaned on.
A little inside out swing, but he was able to get the barrel to it.
Almost a great play by Seth right there. Ooh. Just over the glove. He barehands that, he might have a chance at second.
That's what he was thinking too,
Yep.
right?
Would have been a nice play.
Yonder Alonso, the first baseman. Alonso grounded into the shift to Robinson Cano in his first at bat.
I don't know if you saw the game in Cincinnati. Did you see any of the games when the guys were in Cincinnati? Did you see the game when Seth was running around all over the place making catches on the line and in the gap? And the one that he caught at second base, probably right about where Robbie's standing right
one
now.
in Baltimore.
Yeah.
In Baltimore.
It was Baltimore? Yeah. Oh, it was great.
That was funny.
It's almost like, all right, guys, you can quit testing me. All right? Please hit it to somebody else.
He was everywhere.
And remember, Cano to look. Cano gives him hand on the hip, head to the side. Like, really, dude?
Well, that is one thing about this team. They're definitely having fun playing.
Yeah, they are. You can tell just watching them.
Four-pitch walk to Alonso. 1 out, 2 on.
It's all right. Don't give in. All right. Get the double play right here.
Second walk issued by Carnes.
Well, Jay was talking about getting a ground ball. You can see on his changeup, 88% keeping that pitch on the ground, so we may see that right here. Slider, pretty good too.
Makes sense. Guys out in front. Roll over Beethoven, right?
Strike 1 to Marcus Semien. Walked on a 3-2 pitch in the second inning.
That's some paint right there. That is certainly not going to get you in any trouble. Best pitch in baseball right there.
Oh, 1 pitch. Mariners have kept Semien in check great part of this season so far, but career a .270 hitter with 7 home runs against Mariner pitching. Carnes has got him 0-2 here. Big strikeout. Really big K there. 2 down here in the 4th. 3rd strikeout for Nathan Carnes.
Just a good fastball at 94 miles an hour.
He didn't mess around. He didn't even go to that changeup. He just went right at him with the dead red.
Texas, a 4-1 winner at home against the Angels. Final. Martin Perez gets the win. He's 2-4.
They're getting ready to get their big boy back in their starting rotation. That's certainly going to help them.
Yu Darvish swing and a miss by Chris Coghlan.
That will help them a lot.
They're already getting some great performance out of Hamels.
He just keeps doing it every year, doesn't he? Crafty lefty.
Yes, sir.
Just like Hill last night. Talking about a crafty lefty last night.
He was tremendous.
Boy, that curveball.
He threw over 50 curveballs last night.
It was like a changeup curveball a couple of times.
We were talking about it. You saw last night multiple slots too.
Yeah, and then he was changing arm angles against lefties, and then made that 91-mile-an-hour fastball a lot harder too, didn't it?
I thought he had a good night locating his fastball. Or too many of them in the middle of the plate.
No, not bad for a guy that was in an independent ball last year. I was last year, right?
Yep.
At the beginning of the year.
Yep.
Oh.
Went to the minors. It's with Washington, way upstairs. Baltimore and Houston 2-2, bottom of the 10th in Houston.
What was up with Houston?
Start tonight with a 17-28 record. Last place.
Their
in
horse,
the
the number one, is struggling. Keuchel.
Oh,
he got beaten up last night.
He's gotten beaten up quite a bit.
That hurts.
1-2. Top back.
How about Texas also getting a new ballpark? How about that? I mean, their ballpark's 20 years old. It's like, yeah, we need air conditioning because our guys get a little too hot. Now I know it's hot there, right? You can cut it with a knife, but man, it's going to be pretty nice. Retractable roof, kind of like Arizona. And you know they're going to get it.
One and two. Well, that's your home state. Same what that one high school, a $20 million high school football stadium. So,
yep,
baseball ballpark with a roof, no big deal, right?
Why not? Have it all right there. Six Flags, everything. Cowboy Stadium, all. It'll be a busy corner right there. Those hotel chains are loving it right now.
Karn's trying to pitch his way out of a 2-on, 2-out situation. 1-2 to Coghlan. Bounces it right to Lynn. Just what he was looking for. And the A's strand 2 in the 4th. Adam Lynn's going to lead things off when we come back. 2-1 Mariners. Line score for this evening's matchup. Mariners trying to even the series. at a game apiece. We take a look now at the Quicken Loans Rocket Arms feature. JP, and look at this. Pitchers who have nearly as many wins as walks. This is some dealing here. Phil Hughes last year, 16 wins. He only walked 16.
Doesn't surprise me.
Greg Maddux, 19 and 20. And Kershaw this year, 7 wins, 5 walks. He's got 3 CGs, 3 complete game shutouts in his last 5 starts.
Now, Greg Maddux was that. You talk about a guy through a super sinker. He was a guy, too, that got a plate and a half when he pitched.
Oh, every bit.
Come on. I mean,
with
just
or
like,
without the late, great Eric Gregg, God rest his soul.
Yeah. And it just like certain hitters, Eckersley was the same way from a pitcher standpoint, but Wade Boggs' plate he had to hit off of was about the size of a baseball. So times have changed a little bit.
Adam Lind looking to get the power packet.
Well, Greg Maddux didn't throw, what, 86 tops?
Everything moved.
He was
right
all over the
He couldn't
place.
throw a straight.
He threw what we called an igloo. That thing just dropped off the table.
Be Lynn, Dianetta, and O'Malley, 6, 7, and 8 here for the Mariners. Bouncing ball to Alonso.
Throw it away.
Flips to Graveman. There's one away. You're screaming that on the bench back in the day, right?
Absolutely. I'm screaming it running down first base, too. Absolutely. Any way you can.
So, of your contemporaries, what other guys were barkers like that? I like that. I mean, we love your spirit, but I like the fact that you see you're going down the line barking at the guy.
A lot of guys.
Is that right?
I mean, that's a lot of us would bark. Lou would bark. Lou would yell at guys that are at the plate, "Hey, throw him a curveball." They turn around and look back, and then they'd throw it, and he'd be like, so yeah, Lou loved to do stuff like that.
So plant old school
plant a seed, man. Absolutely. Hey, tell him what's coming. Hey, Danny, tell him what's coming.
Yeah.
High pop. Long run. The shortstop's got a good angle. Simeon. And he dropped it. There's a break for Chris Iannetta.
Hopefully he'll take advantage of it.
Believe it.
Had a good angle, but just couldn't complete the play.
He was there in plenty of time, too.
Wanted to change in the surface right there. Got him a little bit from the soft grass to the hard.
How much is that? How much is it?
I think his head bounced a little bit. It looked like to me. No, I think he just took his eye off of it.
Talking about telling him what's coming. Lou used to do that. You probably didn't see it. You were out in right field, but I could see it. We had a game in Minnesota. Billy Hasselman was catching. And Lou comes out of the dugout. Dave Winfield's at the plate. And Lou comes out. That's what he says. Throw him the curveball. And Winnie's looking at him like, "Are you kidding me with this?" So he throws him a curveball. He hit it about 480 feet, just foul. And Lou throws his hands up, looks at Billy, goes, "All right, call what you want."
That's classic. And the two of them played together, so he knew Lou was probably telling the truth. That's why he was sitting on it. And if you're a third baseman, that's the last guy you want coming up to the plate.
Exactly.
I mean, he's swinging a 36-36.
Mike's mentioned that a lot about how many back up.
Back up.
Because he's not going to bunt. Yeah, I don't even want to be a third base coach.
That's a good point. Alonso wins that race to the bag. MLB TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, delivers everything you've come to expect and more. Watch every out-of-market game live in HD on over 400 devices. Includes a free subscription to At Bat, the #1 app for live baseball, so visit Mariners.com for details. Some of the hardest balls that you guys saw hit. Winfield obviously is on your list. Who else is on that list? You had to go like top 5, top 6 guys.
Wow.
Dave Parker, because he was the same guy that swung that big old log, and once they got that thing generated. Jim Rice. Oh, man, who else? Oh, Mark McGuire. I saw him hit 2 balls in the second deck, one off of Randy Johnson and one off somebody else that got out in like 3 seconds. So I mean,
he almost hit the back wall in the upper
him
deck.
and Canseco, both back to back. That was a buckle up, Chuck.
Yeah.
So Mike, you had to be willing to yield some ground at down third base, right?
Well, it's funny that we mentioned Jose Canseco because it was just today I was down on the field talking about the shifts and all these different things and the defensive what's going on, and I was a rookie with New York, and one of our coaches was calling me in and telling me that Canseco would bunt from time to time.
Yeah, okay, I'll keep that in the back of my mind.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not falling for that trick. But he was serious, and he brought me in even with the bag. And the point to it was, one, I didn't really want to be there. I mean, this guy would hit the baseball 500 feet all day long, and if he ended up hitting a line drive, he could really hurt somebody. But he's doing you a favor if he bunts.
I agree.
Malley, good hustle indeed, but they just get him. The Mariners retired 1, 2, 3 in the fourth. But look at that happy pooch, 2-1 Mariners.
Tank here at the Ford Sports Desk. Dedication, that's what we love to see out of Mariner fans. And how about Amy, the Ichi-meter lady gal, the Mini Moose and Amy watching the Mariners in flight on the phone, Miami to Seattle. It's where I represented by Alaska Airlines. Guys, see, that is dedication right there.
On the phone, my goodness. Impressive. Jake Smolinski to lead it off, 9-1-2 here against Nathan Kearns. He's given up a run on 3 hits. The run, a home run by Coco Crisp in the 3rd. It's 2-0 to Smolinski, who fouled out to Adam Lind in his first at bat.
Pretty good 2-0 curveball right there, huh?
2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Mariners. 1-3-0 for the Athletics. The Scribber Ionetta calls off. Carnes, nice play by Chris. 1 down here in the 5th. Time now for greater coverage of baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile. Ichiro Suzuki, 25 hits this season, 2960. He's got 1278 in Japan. Went 0 for 5 today. But in the previous 3 games, he went 10 for 13. Today, he did have an outfield assist. He threw a guy out at second base early in their ball game today against Tampa Bay. Miami lost that game 4-3 in Miami. Coco Crisp with the dribbler.
Oh, bang, bang.
Cano, scoop, and get him.
Nice play. It's kind of like the glove flip we saw last night, too, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, nice. That was a nice recovery, and that one
really
at second
nice
base.
To stay with it. Nice play by Taylor too to stay in there. But that's sweet right there. A little bang bang knowing your runner.
Brings up Billy Burns, base hit, right center field, and a strikeout. 1 for 2. Cano drove in the Mariners' first run, first inning with a double. He's got 40 RBIs, tops in the major leagues. Cruz drove in run number 2 in the 3rd with a base hit, a 2-out base hit to left field. That's how we stand here 2-1.
Watching that play by Robbie. When he does that glove flip like that and he's so close to Adam Lind at first, it's an easier play for Adam too to pick the ball up. And because if all of a sudden there's an exchange and maybe overthrows it a little bit, makes it a tougher play.
Come on, Sean.
Oh, nice play, Sean O'Malley. Well done.
Wow.
Bing, bang, boom inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Athletics. 2-1 Mariners. Defensive plays. Time for the Big Fish Casino big catch. First, Mr. Kiddo, effective use of the glove here. And then Sean O'Malley.
This is something right here.
Yeah, because he's got so much time at shortstop, right?
And you could see him. He had to reach for the ground ball and then had to have a quick exchange and put something on that throw to get Billy Burns, who gets down the line as well as anybody in this league.
He can fly. In between hop, little rake.
Good play.
That's impressive.
0-1 pitch to Noriaoki.
Good for him. Going to get an opportunity. Can play a lot of different. Oh, double throw back to the pitcher. Seen that happen before. What was a couple years ago? The umpire threw it back and drilled him right in the chest.
Yep. Who was that? That was in the National League, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Bo Porter nailed a pitch. Alan Porter, actually Alan Porter, umpire. Is that 2 years ago? They got one of the Astro pitchers.
That's never good.
No. 1-1 to Nori. In at third, Valencia.
There's nowhere to hide.
Nori followed by Martin and Smith. 9-1 and 2 for the Mariners.
See this guy get her going.
Sees a lot of pitches. 3-1. Back up the middle. Base hit. Noriaoki starting the Mariners' fifth.
Now there's a lot of options right here.
And he gets a fastball up probably on the outside corner and hits it right back at Graveman.
Graveman's like going, man, that's twice. Foot save, now I got to self-protect.
Seth Smith hit one up the middle that he kicked it. And the Mariners caught a break because Simeon was right behind the bag at second. Would have been pretty much a tailor-made double play.
It's getting a little flinchy out there. I like it. Spin the cap right here.
Martin, a strikeout. Walk and a run scored. Good at bat last time up. 8 pitches. Came around and scored on the cruise. Base hit to left with 2 outs in the 3rd. And continue to pound him inside. Ball 1. Aoki been caught 6 times trying to steal, more than anybody in the league. That's the inside strike to Martin. 1-1. And he acted going through the signs at third base. Casey Candell, first base coach. Time called. Daniel Colombe warming up. 1-1.
He was looking in there too.
Billy Burns settles under it.
I think he wants that one back.
1 out, 1 on here in the 5th. Great news. Sound Transit's new Link Light rail stations on Capitol Hill and at the UW are now open. Plan your trip at soundtransit.org. Seth Smith, good night, 2 for 2. Runs scored. As always, good action happening out in the pen. We've got Bark in the Park folks up in the left field corner with their 4-legged friends.
Jay, you were talking about it with Seth.
Now's the time, buddy.
Feels pretty good about himself. 2 for 2. Confidence is high.
Hey, might as well get him out, put a dagger in, go to the bullpen right here.
Base hit, right field.
Ho-hum, just a single.
Hit it hard. Oh, man.
3 for 3 night for Smitty.
I think he's seeing it good, Michael. What do you think?
I think there's a little cutter out over the plate, and it's on the barrel.
Yeah.
It's really starting to slow down for him right now.
Bob Melvin going to make a pitching change. Going to bring on Daniel Colombe. Face Robbie Cano when we come back as the Mariners threaten here in the 5th. 1 out, 2 on.
Are marching north. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Mariners with a couple on and just 1 out. Hi everybody, Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk, continuing to track where you are rooting on your Mariners tonight. Remember to use the hashtag #WhereIRoot on social media. It's presented by Alaska Airlines. Like Dion here, getting ready to watch some baseball. A little daddy-daughter time. I like that. And we also have Helen, Kitty in the ballpark night. Go Mariners, a little hello Kitty instead of Bark in the Park. It's hashtag #WhereIRoot, presented by Alaska Airlines. Guys, Kendall Graveman, I was impressed with his abilities to play hacky sack tonight. Little kick save.
That was pretty good.
4 1/3, 7 hits, 2 runs. They were earned. A couple of walks, 3 strikeouts, 78 pitches, 44 of those for strikes. He's responsible for both of the base runners.
And let's just tack it on then.
Why not?
Right guy, right time.
Cano facing Colombe for the first time. Mariners 1 out, 2 on.
I think he's going to hit it right in the same spot he did his first debut, right here.
Left center. Doubled in the first run for the Mariners.
Keep that hip in there on the lefty.
Robbie 1 for 2 drove in the Mariners' first run, first inning.
Only his 3rd appearance on the year. 4 innings, 4 strikeouts, couple of walks. He has given up a home run.
Just called up from AAA Nashville Sunday. No decisions in 14 relief appearances. The Dodgers and A's last year. Nelson Cruz on deck. Cano with that RBI double in the first has reached base now 23 consecutive games. Oh, 2 pitch.
Oh, weird.
This is a breaking ball. Didn't have a lot of break to it. Almost hit him with it. Little curve ball.
Still that elbow out there. Get that pad on there.
Scott Service said Cruz was volunteering guys to do that early in the year, and then karma caught up to him, and he got hit a bunch in about a week.
Yeah, he went through a week at dead hand. He got drilled.
After he did.
And then he gets the neck spasms. It's a rough week for him.
Inning started with Nori Aoki singling on a 3-1 pitch, singling up the middle. Martin fly to center. Seth Smith line drive base hit right field. Now 2-2 to Cano, who is in an 0-2 hole to begin this plate appearance. Hit it hard left field, but waiting for it is Coco Crisp. Let's see if Cruz can come up with another 2-out RBI. Coming up tomorrow, CenturyLink brings you What's Next. Zach Neal recently, or will be recalled from AAA Nashville. Second stint this season with the A's goes against Sashi Wakuma, who sparkled on Education Day today, going for his 3rd win.
Spark?
Yes, he did. He and Nori Aoki, you know, their English is limited, but they had fun with it. At the elementary school, it was good stuff. Nelson Cruz 1 for 2. Strike 1. First time Cruz is seeing Daniel Colombe. Boomstick baby, you got it. He's got 9 on the season. But the one he hit in Cincy the other day.
Him and Goody.
And Goody.
The most impressive one's the one in Oakland.
That was ridiculous. Mike, give me a number. Come on, put a number on it, Mike.
What they give him, 430 or something?
435.
He got cheated.
435.
He was
robbed. So many balls have been hit up there.
He was robbed.
Have you ever seen one? I never have.
Never. Never there. But because Oakland, I'm telling you, it's a tough place to hit, to get it out of the ballpark. And it just doesn't carry there. It's usually pretty damp, pretty cold. So
Mike,
that's a bomb.
You played there before Mount Davis was there, right?
Yeah.
That would have cleared a lot of stuff out there.
A lot.
There was they had a lot of greenery back there, right?
Yeah, they had flowers and the ice plant.
Yeah, I remember.
Remember that?
Yeah, oh gosh.
Should have been well over, right?
Might have ended up in San Ramon.
Back on the trains back there.
1-2 to Nelly. Heck of a block by Stephen Vogt. 2-2. Two-1 lead and bidding for more here. Anxious manager and hitting coach. Cruz 2-2, 2 out, 2 on. Struck him out. Mariners strand 2 here in the 5th, but still lead 2-1. Jay Buhner with us tonight. Nathan Karn, give me your thoughts on what you've seen so far through 5.
One little bitty hiccup, and other than that, I think he's stayed away from the middle part of the plate, commanded both sides of the plate, and his off-speed pitch has kept him off balance. So I think he's picking right up where he left off. It's safe to say he is in a groove, and like Michael said earlier, not bad for the number 5 star.
I'll say. Let's see if we can get him into the 7th inning here tonight, too.
I think we'll definitely get him through the 7th.
Gave up the home run to Coco Crisp in the 3rd. He's going to face 3, 4, and 5 in the order here in the 6th. Stephen Vogt, Danny Valencia, and Chris Davis. And all 3 of these boys have some pop. First pitch strike to Stephen Vogt. Fly to center, pop to short. Cano in short right field, out on the grass for Vogt. Vogt 0 for 2, Valencia 0 for 2, Chris Davis 1 for 2. Broken bat, base hit, left field.
Pretty darn good pitch, too.
Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Train. And coming up, wrap up this series tomorrow against the Athletics. Then the Twins come to town. They've been struggling mightily on the road. Then we'll see San Diego for 4 consecutive games. Then Texas, 3 games there. Cleveland playing well, and then Texas will come here. Minnesota on the road. 4-19.
It's kind of funny. San Diego comes here for 2, and then you turn right around and go there for 2.
We get ripped off, I tell you. We used to spend weekends in San Diego. Come on.
San Diego's not bad any time of the week. Pretty good. I love that whole setting down there. It's pretty nice.
Did a very nice job.
But Minnesota, that's a good time to be catching Minnesota.
Mike Montgomery, Nick Vincent getting loose in the pen for the Mariners. Nathan now at 86 pitches. 86 pitches, 54 strikes.
Three defenders left side against Valencia. 2-0 pitch. There's a strike. Outfield straight away for Valencia, who has 6 home runs, 17 runs batted in. Showed Nick Vincent and Mike Montgomery, both of them have been stellar out of the pen.
No, they've really pitched well. Montgomery, he's the power left-hander. His fastball 94, 95 miles an hour, and Nick Vincent comes right at you too. His fastball 90 to 92, but he'll use that cutter and slider combination.
2-2, hit it the other way. Vogt was not hit by the batted ball. He's going to go to third. And a throw not in time, so runners at the corners. First 2 men reach here in the 6th.
It's a pretty good pitch. 94 on the outside corner. Just slaps it into right field.
2 good pitches, and sometimes you got to tip. Yeah, that is close. Sometimes you got to tip your cap.
Wow, indeed. Look at that. Nobody out. Runners at the corners. Tying run at third. Go ahead run at first. Chris Davis, their home run and RBI leader, struck out on a 2-2 pitch and doubled to right center. Likes that low fastball. Might have to take a slow walk out to Carnes. Carnes went 5 innings in his last start. Took him out with the lead. He was under the weather. And right now, Mariners hoping he can weather this 6th inning storm. Runners at the corners, nobody out, and a 1-run Mariner lead. Looks like Scott Service has made his decision.
You see Carnes staring in at the dugout too the whole time.
So you can't get Carnes through the 6th. So his night's done. Leaves with a 2-1 lead. Runners on base, his responsibility. And Nick Vincent gets the call here in the 6th in a tough situation when we come back. Threatened with 2 on, nobody out here in the 6th. And don't forget, stick around after the game for Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines. Brad and Bill, Jen and Angie will have all the postgame, and Jay Buhner, postgame thoughts, analysis, and replays as we look at the line for Nathan Carnes here tonight, Mike.
5+, 5 hits, 1 run it was earned. A couple of walks, 3 strikeouts. He threw 89 pitches, 57 of those for strikes. 1 earned run. Solo home run by Coco Crisp. Nick Vincent going to take over. 20 appearances for him, but he's really pitched well. 1.40 ERA. 24 strikeouts, only 2 walks. Opponents hitting 164 against Nick.
Well, if you had a wish list right now, strike out in a double play. Or double. Yeah, strike out in a double play. In that order. Tough hitter here in Davis. Did he go? They check with Dale Scott. Said Chris Davis did commit.
I love Dale Scott.
Davis 0 for 1 against Nick Vincent. Nick working from the third base side of the rubber. Cano on the left side. 3 defenders left side of the infield. That's going to be deep enough to tie this ball game. So Smith gets it back in, scoring his vote. Chris Davis does the job with his 30th run batted in. 2-2 ball game. Davis with his 2nd sacrifice fly of the season.
And this is going to be on a cutter. Cut fastball, 88. It is on the outside corner, but belt high.
Shows how strong he is. Look at that.
Basically hit it with his arms. And his lower half is gone.
Oh, with Nick all the way over on that far side of that rubber and coming right at him.
One out runner at first. Jandor Alonso. And that run goes on Carnes' ledger. A's Mariners series has really been whacked. A's are 4-0 here. The Mariners are 3-0 there.
Depends on who's on the road, right?
A little outside, says Dan Ice. Only 2-1.
Montgomery ready to go.
Two-1 to Alonso. Finds a hole, beats a shift.
Going to get a fastball. Looks like the 2-seamer running away from him. You can see the shift. Got it right between O'Malley and Cano.
Marcus Semien walking the strikeout. Late swing, strike 1. Semien 0 for 1 against Vincent. As Chris Davis drove in the tying run, Stephen Vogt scored it. Two runs, 7 hits for the Mariners. 2 runs, 6 hits for the Athletics, and they threaten with 2 on, 1 out. Oh, and 2. Semien. Dangerous hitter here in Semien. 0-2 pitch. Way outside. 1-2. Carnes started, goes 5+, 5 hits, couple of runs. 102nd Valencia belongs to him. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. 1-2 pitch. Texas in the clubhouse with a 4-1 victory at home against the Angels. Baltimore and Houston tied 2-2, bottom of the 12th in Houston. Now they just moved into the 13th. Ball and 2 strikes. Flipped foul. Yankees shut out Toronto 6-0. Take a look at the updated AL West standings. Mariners trying to maintain that game-and-a-half lead over the Rangers. Other American League scores: Boston, #1 scoring team in the American League, 8-3 over Colorado. Detroit won at Philly 3-1. Verlander struck out 10. He's 4-4 now. Chris Sale lost the ball game.
Wow.
6-2 to Cleveland.
They were hot for a while, weren't they?
Here's a ball driven deep to left center field. Long run, Martin. Not going to get it. Bounces into the pen. Ground rule double. Scoring on a play, Valencia. Alonso will be held at third, and then that'll close the book on Nathan Carnes.
And they will catch a break because Alonso would have scored on this. Try to keep everything away from him again, trying to get the double play ball, but this ball elevated above the belt. A's are now 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position.
Two-run inning with runners at second and third. Still only 1 out.
And they're going to put Coughlin on.
Coughlin 0 for his last 19. They'll go against Smolinski. Smolinski went 2 for 4 with a RBI single last night in the 8th inning.
So what do you guys think about next year, them possibly just put 4 up and he walks over there? What do you think?
I'm fine with it.
It's all right.
I mean, at the end of the day, I've seen him pull the pin a few times, the pitcher,
Well, so have I.
And just chunked it halfway up the backstop, so you never know. But so that's going to speed the game up that much more.
It's not going to save it that much, is it? I mean, Johnny Bench they struck him out in the World Series back in '72, faking it one time, rolling fingers in Gene Tennis.
In the strike zone, I like that. Yeah, finally the hitters get a little bit of an advantage. Maybe.
Listen to you.
All these kids throw 100, man. I was talking about it on the pregame. It's like, oh man, just some more pressure on those umpires. Creatures of habit. Now they got to go and change their strike zone.
And I don't think that they will.
You know, it'll be funny. If it happens, they'll use spring training.
They've done it before.
You got to have some guys in spring training that are not happy campers.
They've done it before, and the umpires will make an effort to do it, but eventually they've been calling games for so long a certain way that they're going to fall right back in line with the way that they normally do.
I agree. And how's that going to speed the game up? Because, I mean, to me, that's more pitches in the middle of the plate. So I would think with that, you're taking away part of the strike zone. It's going to make more pitches in the middle of the plate, more runs.
Well, I think
possibly.
they're hoping to create more offense.
Okay, well, I thought this was about speeding up the game.
Wow.
3-2, big pitch.
You can't have it both ways, can you?
Hey, I'm all about meat and potatoes, man. I want to see runs scored.
8th man to the plate here in the 6th inning. Bases loaded, 1 out, 2 runs already in. 3 runs, 7 hits for the A's, 2 runs, 7 hits for the Mariners.
Let's see if Nick can get a double play.
Smolinski is fouled out to Lind. Hit a little dribbler in front of the plate, and Iannetta threw him out. Ooh, good backhand by Chris. Good work there. 1-1.
Try not to tear that thumb off, too. That's that pitch can get that thumb on catchers.
1-1 from Nick Vincent to Jake Smolinski. Fouled back.
Well, we were cruising along, weren't we?
And through 5. Carnes had gone 1 run on 3 hits. But 6th inning, base hit to left, base hit to right. He gets pulled. Sac fly by Chris Davis. Single Alonso, ground rule double RBI Marcus Semien. Intentional walk to Coughlin, bases loaded now. 1-2 to Smolinski. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That was a good try. First 3 pitches, cutters on the outside corner. To sneak a fastball in on the inside corner and missed. It goes right back away again.
Time granted. Here we go, 2-2. Struck him out. Boy, did he need that. 2 down.
You can see Iannetta set up on the outside corner, elevates a fastball, gets him to chase it.
And now another pitching change. Coco Chris, switch hitter, is due up next. He's got service making a change. And we shall return. A's lead at 3-2. The 19th annual Education Days. We look at our Jimmy John's delivery of the game, and Aaron Goldsmith there. There's Nelson Cruz, Joel Peralta. Great day as several groups of the Mariners went to various schools in the region. I went to the Van Asselt Elementary School in Beacon Hill, and this is what we talked about, being part of the dream team. My group was Nori Aoki, Scott Service, Chris Iannetta, Seth Smith, Sashi Iwakuma, Taiwan Walker, and Wade Miley. Mike Montgomery.
Coco Chris, switch hitter, hitting .258 right-handed.
Up high for ball 1. Crisp at .238 hitter. Let me check that. He's at .258 hitter against lefty pitching. Bases are loaded. 2 outs. 1-0 pitch. Monty behind 2-0. Good sign. 3-0. Chris, the 8th man to the plate here in the 6th inning. Last night's contest, they sent 10 men to the plate in the 8th. 3-0 to Coco, who homered earlier in the game. There's a strike. Got Oakland on the board in the 3rd, tied the score at 1-1. Huge pitch, 3-1. Base hit, left field. Alonso scores. Simeon right behind him. And a 2-run double for Coco Crisp. He's driven in 3, 5-2 Oakland.
And the key to all of this 94-mile-an-hour fastball is that he fell behind and had to go at a veteran hitter in a 3-1 count.
He knows he's going to get challenged.
Yep, he knows he's getting the fastball and makes him pay for it.
Big night for Coco Crisp. 2 for 4. Now the 9th man to the plate. Billy Burns. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Popped it up. That'll put an end to it right there as O'Malley makes the play, but a big inning. 4th spot on the board by the Oakland Athletics. Seager, Lind, and Ionetta coming up. Mariners trail 5-2.
Here at the Ford Sports Desk, it is Bark at the Park night here at Safeco Field. 6 sections of four-legged friends. You remember to use the hashtag #WhereIRoot to let us know where you're rooting on the Mariners tonight. It's presented by Alaska Airlines. Aaron, Tuesday done right. That is done right, Aaron. Well done there. And finally, we've got Ricky. And Ricky, only an hour old watching the game. Congratulations, Ricky, on your new arrival. Remember, you use the hashtag #WhereIRoot, presented by Alaska Airlines. Oh, they're so tiny.
Angie, thank you very much. Kyle Seager leading off, and strike one will be Seager, Linden, Ionetta here in the home 6th.
We got to get going, boys. Come on.
4 runs, 4 hits.
Let's answer.
2 left by the Athletics in the 6th inning, top half of the 6th.
Let's welcome this guy to the big leagues right here.
Kyle 0 for 1 with a walk tonight.
Fernando Rodriguez getting loose.
Mariners got to get some offense cranking here. Put a little charge into this building tonight. Ground ball, Alonso. He has fielded his position quite well. 1 out here in the 6th.
It's awfully quiet in here, isn't it?
Right.
Can't even hear a dog bark.
It silenced the dogs. Yes, indeed. Nathan Karn started his line complete. 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs all earned, 2 walks, 3 Ks, gave up a home run. 1 out. Here's Adam Lind. 17,471 on hand here tonight, Barton Park. Game 2 against the Athletics.
Does that include dogs?
Sold 850 some tickets.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Adam Lind 0 for 2. Chris Coghlan will come in, throw him out. So a quick 2 outs and a quiet 2 outs here in the 6th. Don't miss the last college night of the school year. It's set for Friday at 7:10. Fans with student IDs can pick up a ticket for $12 and enjoy extended happy hour specials. It's going to include $6 craft beers and half-off pizza. Stop by Mariners.com/college for tickets.
Yellow belly and beer. Woo. What a combo, huh?
There's Chris Iannetta.
Pretty crazy out there in the pen.
Right, you're out there for pre and post.
Yeah, on those college nights, boy, I tell you.
Chris with a hard base hit in the 2nd inning to left field, rounded out to Alonso. 2nd time up. Lumbe throws a heck of an easy inning. 1, 2, 3, 7 pitches to get his 3 outs in the 6th. It's a 5-2 lead for the A's. Seattle Mariners baseball here in Root Sports is brought to you by Money Tree. Proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. By CenturyLink, your link to what's next. And by Jack in the Box. Taste the Baconlicious Sourdough Bacon Ranch Combo only at Jack in the Box. Beautiful skyline of Seattle. Line score not as pretty. 5-2 Athletics. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers. Mariners Hall of Famer Jay Buhner in the booth with us tonight. Throw some pixie dust out there, will you, Jay?
Need a little something, something, don't we?
I'm telling you. Whew. Tough go against the A's in this building. They're 4-0 and have a 5-2 lead. 9 men to the plate in the 6th. They score 4 times on 4 hits and left 2. There's Stephen Vogt.
Well, the good thing is we got at least 9 outs.
Stephen Vogt started that busy 6th inning with a base hit to left. Mike Montgomery, 3rd pitcher tonight for the Mariners. And Monty falls behind 2-0. Got him in trouble against Coco Crisp. Fell behind 3-1. Coco brought in 2 with the double. This one fouled off.
This is not a guy to be falling behind on either. Likes to hunt the fastball.
Left-hander Sean Doolittle getting loose in the pen for Oakland. Hard throwing left-hander.
Was a closer, right?
He's had his share of injuries over the last few years. Another high fly ball, but Smitty's in good shape here. Jumped off the bat, died in the air. Coming up tomorrow, CenturyLink What's Next? Zach Neal being called up from AAA Nashville. Second stint with the A's, goes against Sasashi Iwakuma, looking for his 3rd win. 13 games, 12 starts against Oakland in his career. 6-5 record for Kuma. 3.82 ERA. He's 1-1 this year. There's Doolittle. Distant relative to General Jimmy Doolittle, who did the first raid of Tokyo during World War II. Danny Valencia, base hit in the 6th inning, 1 for 3. Seager throws him out. 2 away. Bring up Chris Davis. Sacrifice fly in the 6th. Scored Stephen Vogt. For Chris's 30th run batted in, leads the A's in that category by 10 over Marcus Semien. Bullet just eludes the glove of Kyle Seager. Easy double. Hard smash double for Davis. His 2nd hit tonight. 2 for 3.
This is the 2nd double of the night for him. Just out of the reach of Kyle, but one of the things that I've learned watching Davis is you throw him an off-speed pitch in the middle of the plate, he's going to take a whack at it.
Especially elevated like that.
Yeah,
he gets his swings in, that's for sure.
Yes, sir. Golly. Hit it. 2 outs, 1 on. Here's Alonso, base hit to center his last time up. Breaking ball for a strike.
A's are 2 for 7 runners in scoring position tonight. Came into the game hitting .250 as a team.
The double was the 9th hit of the night. That's a fair ball. Lind, trouble. And there's Montgomery to bail him out. 2 runs, 1 hit. No errors and a man left. We go to the home 7th. 5-2 Athletics. Well, if you had Washington's lottery, their mobile app, this breaking the action would be the perfect time to check your winning number. So play today. Comfortable night here. Temperatures dropping into the high 50s at 59 degrees. Very comfortable though. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and Jay Buhner. And Mariners offense, Jay. Something's got to get going here. And Sean Doolittle, always a tough customer against the Mariners.
Well, you know you're going to get a fastball from Doolittle, so like they've been doing, look for that dead red and get the head out.
Doolittle's going to face 8, 9, and 1 in the order as he performs in his 23rd game.
Got to string together some knocks, though.
Battled back from multiple injuries over the last few years. Very socially conscious gentleman as he works from the extreme first base side of the rubber. First pitch strike to O'Malley, who's 0 for 2. A called third strike in the second. A ground out to short in the 4th inning. Off the fist, pop up, Alonso. Oh, he had it and dropped it. There's a break for the Mariners. What a break.
Couple of breaks for us tonight.
I wasn't sure he was going to get there. It looked like it was going to be a pretty good play, but hits on the heel of the glove and rolls right out. And he's not happy about it. But a good break for O'Malley.
Especially after getting in your kitchen.
Well, last pitch was a pretty good fastball, too,
sure
at 95.
Kendall Graveman started for the Athletics, 4 1/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, 3 Ks. Daniel Colombe came in, inning at 2/3, a scoreless ball. Ball 1 to O'Malley. Mariners got on the board first. Cano in the first inning, an RBI double. Coco Crisp tied it with a 3rd inning home run. Bottom 3rd, Cruz RBI single made it 2-1 Mariners. Upstairs, but then a 4th inning and a 4-run 6th. 4 runs on 4 hits. 2-run double by Coco Crisp. A sac fly by Davis. And a double by Marcus Semien, all produced runs in that 6th inning for Oakland. Strike 3 called. Second time he's been called out on strikes. We check in at the Ford Sports Desk and Angie Mente.
Dave, thanks so much. Astros trying to climb out of the division cellar. They just wouldn't give up, hosting the Baltimore Orioles tonight. The game goes into the 13th inning, and this is what happened. Tony Kemp ends up leading off with a triple, so they walk Springer and Altuve to get to Carlos Correa. It doesn't pay off. He hits a bases-loaded single, and the Astros end up winning at 3-2 the final score, guys.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. As Aoki swings through.
Leave it to Buck to play the odds, right?
Yeah, I hear you. Aoki 1 for 2 tonight. Burns backing up, makes the play. 2 down. Top of the order, and Landis Martin. He is 0 for 2, a walk and a run scored. Mariners had 2 hits in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and 2 in the 5th. Martin 1 for 7 against Doolittle. 0-1 pitch. Oh, broken bat. Coughlin backhand. Nice play. Good stretch by Alonso. On 1-2-3 7th. Mariners go quietly again. The last 3, 6, 8 men have been retired by Athletics pitching. Here at Safeco Field. Come see a triple play at Safeco Field this Friday when the Mariners roll out 3 exciting events: Bomberhead Night, College Night, and a post-game fireworks show. Maybe the best Friday ever, so don't miss out. Pick up tickets right now at mariners.com. Mike Montgomery continues on. Bottom third of the order: Marcus Semien, Chris Coghlan, and Jake Smolinski. Semien with the ground rule RBI double back in the 6th. 1 for 2 with a walk, a run scored. Bender for a strike. Oh, 2. Swing and a miss, got him. 3 pitches, 1 down.
Pretty good changeup, 86 miles an hour. Well located too.
Chris Coghlan 0 for 2, an intentional walk. Ball 1 to Chris.
Looks like the veteran John Axford. It is John Axford getting loose.
1-1 the count. Mariners in the home 8th will have Smith, Cano, and Cruz 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Strike 2. Coco Crisp has driven in 3, 1 for Davis, and 1 run driven in by Semien for the Athletics. Cano and Cruz have accounted for the Mariner runs. Oh, self-defense swing there. Coghlan's gone. He's 0 for his last 20.
After a couple of curveballs, he rushes 95 up and in.
Will not put that strikeout on his highlight reel. We speak of Mr. Coghlan. One of his more graceful swings. 2 outs. Jake Smolinski 0 for 3. One pitch.
Let that changeup work.
He does.
It's pretty nice. And he's throwing 95.
Speed you up a little bit. Keep the changeup down out of the strike zone.
That's a couple of funky swings right there. 95 make you cheat, and all of a sudden the equalizer dropped on him.
Ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Top 8. Pitch. Fouled off.
Does he throw a cutter?
Every now and then, not a lot.
Be a good one to throw right now on that back foot.
Taijuan Walker, Wade Miley, couple of Mariners starters. 1 and 2. Monty looking for the put away here. 1-2 pitch. And he got him. Nice job. Strikes out the side. Takes care of the bottom third of the order. Big boys coming up. Seth Smith, Robinson Cano, and Nelson Cruz, hoping the Mariners can get an uprising going here in the 8th.
Menting here at the Ford Sports Desk. I don't know if it was like this at your house, but my grandpa had a recliner, and he was the only person that was allowed to use it. So I like seeing this Where I Root, presented by Alaska Airlines at Scott sent in, sitting with my favorite recliner, or in my favorite recliner with my favorite person. And Steven sends this one in from Palouse Fall. Go Mariners. Remember to use the hashtag Where I Root. It is presented by Alaska Airlines. Guys, can you explain to me what the heck is going on right now?
Now pitching change. Going to bring in a right-hander because Goody was announced. They bring in John Axford, take out the lefty Sean Doolittle. And we will take a break and get right back to you as we get the 8th inning, the bottom of the 8th inning underway. The old foul pole here at Safeco Field, 5-2 Athletics. Here's a look at the Mariner calendar brought to you by Sleep Train. Finish off the series tomorrow. Day off Thursday. Twins come to town. Then the Padres. Then we go to San Diego, Texas. And let's see, the Cleveland Ball Club starting to figure some things out in that American League Central. Cleveland started today in 2nd place, and they beat the White Sox. In fact, they beat Chris Sale 6-2 tonight. And the Rangers 4-1 winners at home against the Angels.
How nice is it going to be to have a day off at home for
Here,
you
here.
guys? That doesn't happen very often.
Correct. John Axford takes over on the mound. Franklin Gutierrez pinch hitting for Seth Smith.
All right, Goody, turn around this fastball right here.
Goody 1 for 2 with a home run against Axford. One.
Pretty good fastball.
98 with a little natural movement.
Right on the outside corner.
Just free and easy, too.
Goody trying to end a run of 8 consecutive Mariner hitters being retired. Strokes this one nicely deep to center field, off the fence.
Got to get there.
Burns gets it in, a leadoff double, a pinch hit double by Franklin Gutierrez. Goody with his 3rd double of the season and his 4th pinch hit.
And he is going to turn around 97 miles an hour and blisters it to center field.
Pretty short and compact.
Yeah, it was. Right in the middle of the fence.
He's yelling all the way down first, get up, and he's going, oh man, I got to get it up. I got to get the second before I get thrown out.
That brings up Robinson Cano.
It's a shame, hit a ball that far, that hard. And you got a
111 miles an hour coming off that bat.
Is that what it is?
Here's Cano. Inside. Robbie 2 for 5 against John Axford.
18 appearances, a 2.84 ERA, in 19 innings. He has 12 strikeouts. Only hitting .257. He's given up a couple of home runs.
Cano drove in the Mariners' first run, giving him 40 runs batted in, best in the major leagues.
Mariners haven't had a lot of opportunities tonight. They're 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position.
Axford with his 6th team since breaking into the majors back in '09. That's well stroked, deep right center field. Giddy up and gone! A 2-run homer for Robinson Cano, and the Mariners showing some life here in the 8th. Robbie with his 13th home run, his 3rd RBI tonight, gives him 42, and it's a 1-run ball game here in the 8th.
Absolutely leans on a breaking ball right here. It's going to end up middle, and that is right on the barrel.
Wonderful start here to the 8th inning.
Robbie hadn't missed a whole lot all year so far, has he?
No,
he's been pretty locked in.
Cruz 4 for 5 against Axford. Give me some. Strike 1. One-run ball game.
That woke everybody up a little bit.
More action. Ryan Dull, 66. Mark Zepchinski, number 35, the left-hander. Nelly can get one out of here or get aboard and set it up for Kyle Seager. 1-run game. 1-1 pitch here to Cruz. 2-1. There you go, 392. Exit velocity 101. Good to come back and talk to Edgar Ballock. 2-1 pitch. He was able to check that swing. 3-1 count for Nelson Cruz. Kyle Seager awaits his turn. Axford with the 3-1 pitch. Do-over is what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Big time confrontation here. Nelson Cruz against a power pitcher, John Axford. Nobody out. 2 runs in a 1-run game. 3-2 to Nelly. Fouled off.
Didn't want to throw him that fastball again.
Nice piece of hitting right there too. Fouled off. Good location. Power against power.
Great defenders left side of the infield. Outfield deep. Straight away. Here we go. 3-2. Axford deals. Slow breaking ball, and Nelly's aboard the tying run at first base, and Kyle Seager coming to the plate. And they're going to pinch run Chris Taylor for Nelly.
and Bob Melvin going to make another pitching change.
Bringing Zepchinski.
The worm
Kyle
is turning
Seager.
a little bit now, huh, bud?
Yes, indeed. Kyle Seager 3 for 5 with a home run against Zepchinski. So the drama building here in the 8th. Mariners fighting their way back, down a run, tying runs aboard. And Kyle Seager will be at the dish when we get back. Base Kyle Seager coming to the dish against new pitcher Mark Zepchinski.
21 appearances, 3.5 ERA, 15 in the third, 14 strikeouts, 7 walks. He's hitting .267. He's given up a home run. Kyle with 8 home runs on the year, 26 RBIs.
Bobby Cano, 2-run homer, drawing the Mariners closer. He's got 42 runs batted in. Best in the major leagues, one ahead of David Ortiz of the Boston Red Sox. And now Seager have a 4-game hitting streak on the line and a chance to put the Mariners in front. Looks at strike one. Kyle 3 for 5 with a home run against Zepchinski. Three RBI night for Cano. Time called. Houston's won 3-2 and 13 at home against Baltimore. Texas won at home against the Angels 4-1. Here's the 0-1 to Kyle. Nice job by Vogt. Chris Taylor pinch running for Nelson Cruz at first base.
The A's have the shift on, so the left side of the infield is open. Billy Burns, the center fielder, shading towards right. Big gap in left center field. Chris Taylor runs a line drive, and left center will score him.
One to Kyle. Taylor. Oh, luckily a high throw.
I like it though, man.
He was
looking
anticipating,
down,
yeah.
looking down and knowing his speed.
Yeah, he's anticipating a ball in the dirt. He sees it in the dirt, takes off, and it was a great play by Vogt to catch it.
Even if he makes a low throw, I still think he's in there. So.
I think so too, and I think that if it kicks away from him at all, he's at second base right now because he was anticipating that ball in the dirt.
2-1 count for Seager. Three and 1. On deck hitters Adam Lind.
Day-Ho Lee still on the bench. Clevenger and Lee available. Ryan Dahl, right-hander, getting loose in the pen for the A's.
3-1 to Kyle Seager. Taylor back safely.
Steve Cishek getting loose in the Mariner pen.
You got Fernando Rodriguez. 3-1 to Kyle. Ground ball, and they're going to get a deuce out of it. Leidendorf started. Gets it to Simeon, to Alonso.
And it'll be Dae-Ho Lee coming out of the dugout to pinch hit for Adam Lind.
Dae-Ho Lee going to pinch hit here.
254, 6 home runs and 63 at bats.
Bomel's wearing out a path out to that pitcher's mound tonight, isn't he?
He's doing everything he can to try to get to Madsen.
Take a break. 5-4. A's lead it. Dae-Ho Lee will be pinch hitting against Fernando Rodriguez. Inning, 2 outs. It just turned a double play. It's racking to welcome to the jungle here at Safeco Field. Big spot here for the Mariners and Dae-Ho Lee. Dae-Ho Lee be going against Fernando Rodriguez.
17 appearances, 1-0 record, a 2.22 ERA. 24 strikeouts, 9 walks, and 24 in the third. Opponent's hitting just 188. He's given up a couple of home runs.
One swing, Dae-Ho could tie it up. Outfield deep, infield straight up. Strike one. Inning started with Goody doubling off the center field fence. Cano 2-run homer. Cruz walked, but Seager bounced into a double play. 1-1 to Dae-Ho Lee. One and two. Mariners hit a 2-1 lead. They have after 5 innings, and then a 4 spot put on the board in the 6th by the Athletics. Mariners rallied with 2 here in the 8th. 1-2 pitch to Dale. Keeps the at bat alive. Fun watching Dale work on his approach during batting practice under the steady eye of Edgar Martinez. Love to see him get aboard right here. 1-2. Struck him out. That'll do it. Mariners do get 2. They draw closer. We go to the 9th. It's a 1-run ball game. 5-4 Oakland.
As we head to the 9th inning, ahead on Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines. We'll head inside the Mariners clubhouse. We'll hear from the players and the skipper as well. Bill Kruger breaks down the performance from Nathan Karns. It's all ahead on Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines. Shake your groove thing, lady.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Robert Rifkin, the bad dancer. As soon as I heard the music, I knew he was in the building.
That goes way back right there.
And he can go without the music too. Pretty good. Goody's in left. Dale Lee's at first. Mike Montgomery continues. Came on in the 6th. Struck out the side in the 8th. That's a foul ball off the bat of Coco Crisp, who's driven in 3 runs tonight. Homered in the 3rd, 2-run double in the 6th. Here's Goody. And Dale Lee at first. Drops in a breaking ball.
Well, he's done a nice job in relief coming in here.
The 0-2. Dig by Dale Lee. 1 away here in the 9th.
Kyle getting rid of it quickly. A little short hop for Dale Lee.
Bring up Billy Burns. 1 for 4. Had a first inning single to right center. Since then a strikeout, a ground out, and a pop to short. 5 runs, 9 hits for the A's. 4 runs, 9 hits. Another easy play for Seager. 2 outs. Wrapped up the series tomorrow. What's next? CenturyLink brings it to you. Sashi Wakuma looking for his 3rd victory and his 2nd win against Oakland this season. He'll go against Zach Neal, being called up from AAA Nashville for his 2nd stint with the A's this season. Down in Nashville, 5-1, a 2.53 ERA. Stephen Vogt. Vogt 1 for 4. Scored on a sacrifice fly by Chris Davis. There's Ryan Madson, their closer. Two-0 pitch. Three and 0. Vogt 0 for 4 against Monty. Three and 1. With a strike, battling back. Monty gave up a 2-run double to Coco Crisp in the 6th inning. Right now, that's proven to be the difference. It's 3-2 to Vogt. Took a lot off. Beautifully done. 4 strikeouts for Monty in 3+ innings. Coming up for the Mariners, Chris Iannetta, Sean O'Malley, and Nori Aoki. 7, 8, 9 in the order, down a run. Here, bottom 9. Mariners down 5-4. Bottom 3rd of the order coming up. Chris Iannetta, Sean O'Malley, and Nori Aoki. 17,471 on hand here tonight. And they're going to have to do it against the 7th pitcher being used by the Athletics, and they go to their closer, Ryan Madson.
Hard throwing right-hander, 20 appearances, 11 out of 12 in save opportunities, 1.83 ERA. Opponents hitting .247, has given up 1 home run.
A scoreless inning last night in the 9th. 5-0 A's win. Here's Iannetta. Swing and a miss. Iannetta 1 for 4 against Madson. Five-4 ball game. 0-1 pitch. Chris with a hard single to left field back in the second inning. Since then, a ground out to first, a ground out to short. Robbie Cano brought the Mariners closer in the 8th with a 2-run homer. His 13th and 3rd RBI tonight. Going back is the second baseman Ladendorf. One out. We'll bring up Sean O'Malley. 0 for 3. Strikeout looking, ground out to short, and strikeout looking. Texas is already in the clubhouse. 4-1 win at home against the Angels. Stephen Vogt needs another glove.
Equipment malfunction.
Yep. Busted the webbing.
There's your Delta Airlines keep climbing standings. Rangers will pick up with if the Mariners lose. Texas will only be a half game out. They beat the Angels. Houston, a winner in 13 innings against Baltimore.
You know Texas isn't going anywhere, especially with Darvish coming back.
Correct. So Stephen Vogt gets backup glove. And O'Malley fouls it right off the new glove. In at third, right now backing up is Valencia. He's had a few steps on the grass. O'Malley behind 0-2.
After 96, he comes back with 86. Sean out in front of it.
The 0-2 from Madsen. Simeon. 2 outs. A quick 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Down a run. Aoki 0 for 1 against Madsen.
Good time to get number 1 right here, Mike.
Right back up the middle.
Oh, fillet it down the line.
It is
dive for triple.
Fair ball, digging for 2, and the tying runs at second. So a 2-out double by Nori Aoki. His second hit tonight.
Coco got lucky right there. Will not let that ball. Yeah, will not let that thing get by him, because that's a triple if it doesn't hit the corner of that wall.
Or maybe more.
Maybe inside the park home run. He clipped it just enough. It looks like it knocks it into that wall, and that saves his bacon big time.
That was going down into the corner. Trying to smother it, and it goes right off the end of his glove. Deflected it, kept it right there.
You know, and some people can say, hey, you should have just pulled up on her. Man, you get into no man's land. You can't tell a guy to not go 100%.
Martine's got some pop. Let's see what happens here. Madsen's got the good fastball. First pitch. He was thinking in the ball game there.
Oh, he pulled the string on him.
1 for 4 against Madsen.
I like it though. Right down to the last out. Make it interesting.
0-1 pitch. 1-1.
Same pitch, almost in the same location.
Martine trying to get the Mariners another runner on base or win it with a long ball.
Career high right here. I like it, Dave. Call it.
7-game hitting streak on the line. 1-1 pitch here from Madsen.
He took a shot at it.
Yes, he did. 1-2.
He's not throwing him a fastball. Another off-speed pitch at 86.
But based on his other at-bats, they've been trying to go in hard late. So let's see what happens right here.
Ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Mariners down a run, tying run at second. Martin dealing with Matson. Pitch.
Got him.
Fly ball.
Oh boy, go.
Deep right
Go.
field. Carry.
Go.
Go. Go. Game. There it is. There it is. Leonys Martin with a game-winning home run. The Mariners have tied this series in a game apiece. Wow.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish, baby.
And he threw him 4 changeups. He finally had one that was middle in the plate, and he tattooed it into the seats. It was well back. It's a bomb that he hits.
Oh my goodness, and that's a career high number 9 for him. Congrats.
Outstanding.
Wow. What a win, boys. What a win.
That is a big momentum turner. First win against the Athletics in Safeco Field. Hey now!
How about all those people that turned the channel? Sorry about it.
You're bad.
Oh, man.
Man, oh man, that was wonderful. Got what he was looking for. Give that man what he's looking for. Man.
One too many cameos. Yeah.
How sweet was that?
And that was a no-doubt.
Game-winning home run, and that baby carried. Yeah, buddy. He knew he had it.
Look at him.
Yes, he did.
Oh, that's your leadoff man right there.
Woo! How sweet was that? Cano with a 2-run homer in the 8th to draw him closer, and a game winner here by Martin, the hottest man on the planet right now. 8-game inning streak. Drives in 2 with that one. The game winner in the 9th with 2 outs against a quality closer.
Oh, man, and to see the reaction of the bench. Look at this right here.
They knew.
Look at Nelly. Nelly coming out. Oh, my goodness.
Baby. Yeah, baby.
And how good is that going to feel right there? The Gatorade bath in the dugout.
Oh, man, that was sweet. Martin with his 9th home run. That's a career best. And the Mariners come away victorious. That was nice. 6-5 win. Send it down to Jen Mueller.
It's a little bit cold, but it is worth it for Leonys Martin. You see the reaction there from your teammates when you made contact with the ball. Did you know it was going out?
Yeah. As soon as I made that contact, I knew it was going to be gone.
What's made the biggest difference for you in these at-bats the last few days?
Try to be aggressive at the same time, but, under control. And try to hit the ball hard, that's all.
There's a lot of people who were in here, who were cheering, who were staying, that knew this game wasn't over. What was the feeling in the dugout going into that 9th inning?
Like I say a moment before, never give it up till out 27. You've been fighting every single game, every single pitch. That's a great team for us.
You probably had a better view than most of us on the shot from Aoki down the line. How much did that play into the confidence of the comeback?
Yeah, I knew it was going to be a great at-bat for me, great moment. I was a little bit excited in the first couple of pitches, but, reset my mind and just make a contact, don't swing the ball too hard. That was all.
And you said it's been since 2013 since you had a walk-off?
Yeah, 2013 in Texas.
Well, we are glad that you ended that streak tonight, gave the Mariners the win, and, guys, extended his own hitting streak to 8 games.
Jen, Leonys, thank you very much. This pen erupted on contact. He knew it was gone. I think we knew it as well. Martin, still a young player, very excited. 9 home runs this year already. That is a new career high, and none, well, at a more opportune time, none better, bigger than that one right there to win in the 9th, Bill.
You're facing an elite closer in Ryan Matson. This guy, he's a multi-dimensional player. I don't know that we thought what we had until we got him, because clearly he can do a lot of things. I mean, he can run the ball down the outfield, but he's got some monster power that he's been showing off, and no bigger spot than tonight, delivering the game-winning home run. Now a career-high 9 home runs for Leonys Martin.
I love his reaction. Look at this, Bill.
Yeah,
right to the dugout.
He definitely knew it was gone. You know,
Madsen knew it too.
and these are big moments because you're able to do something in comeback mode, and I think that's what's powerful about what Leonis did right there. Because wow, here we go, the ultimate celebration right there.
If it's before the interview, they're not even waiting mid-interview. They're doing it before. Jen's got to get out of the way before she even asks the first question. And oh yeah, that's cold. Woo! But worth it. Cruz and Goody getting the job done with the Gatorade bath. Congrats to them. Congrats to Cano in the 8th, 2-run shot. Don't forget about that one. And Martin in the 9th inning. An improbable win. The first time they beat the A's here at home. Before that win, last 7 games been won by the road team in this series. And there it is. 2 outs down to the last strike. The 9th inning, the Mariners strike last. They take game 2 of the set, 6-5. Lots more to get to on the post-game show. Edgar liking that just like you taught him, huh, Poppy? Exactly right. We get more reaction from the clubhouse. This will be a fun one. Keep it right here. Mariners post-game presented by Delta Airlines.